Okay, so we just decided to do an acronym for Purim. So we all have letters, or he can hold the letters. And then we're just going to give a little bit of background on the letters for the acronyms. So for Purim, for the letter P, we chose the word pride. Pride was the foundation of Haman's plot to kill the Jews. As the right-hand man to King Ahasuerus, he developed a sense of honor that he felt he should be respected. Thus, when Mordecai rebelled to bow to him, his pride turned to anger. Subsequently, as Matthew 5:21 and 22 states, anger bred the desire for murder.
For unity, we're going to use unity for the acronym. When I was thinking about for unit, while Deacon was giving a short testimony of the church coming together, how it all started, the foundation of the church, it was all about unity. And I was thinking about this last night as I was putting the acronym together. Purim also shows the unity, being of one accord, even in the midst of adversity. We read in Esther chapter 3, verse 8, where in the midst of adversity, the body of Israel, the nation of Israel came together. Even with all the provinces and the other nations that was a people, Israel, that were fold to ways of the culture. Let me see. Purim also shows us the power of strength of a people when unified and being on one accord, as in Esther chapter 4, verse 3 to 17. Also, we see in Esther chapter 8 and verse 17, when your ways please Ahiah, this is what the scriptures tell us in the book of Proverbs. When your ways please Ahiah, even your enemies will become at peace with you. We see in Esther 8 verse 17, we see this as one of Israel's testimonies to the other nations. Fear had come upon them, causing them to flock to the nation of Israel. And the scripture tell them that even they wanted to become part of Israel. So, and that's where unity, we see that they become unified.
Okay.
R stands for redemption. Purim reminds us that even when Ahiah seems silent, he is still working to redeem his people. Through Esther's courage, what was meant for harm was turned into deliverance. This shows us that Ahiah can take fear, danger, and injustice and turn it into protection and purpose.
I is for intentional and identity. And I'll give a little backdrop also, like my wife did on Esther. The author of the book draws us upon the remnant motif that recurs throughout Scripture. Natural disaster, warfare, or other calamities threatens God's people. Those who survive constitute a remnant. Events in the Persian city of Shushan threatened the continuity of God's purposes in redemptive history. The future existence of God's chosen and ultimately the appearance of the Redeemer Messiah, Yeshua, were jeopardized by Haman's edict to exterminate Israel as a nation of people. Although Mordecai charged Esther to conceal her identity, which we see in chapter 2, Esther's upholding Mordecai's plan was for the intentional purpose of the salvation and protection of Israel's identity. Hence, you were created for a time such as this, which we see in chapter 4, verse 14.
And lastly, the letter M, we chose Mordecai. Although the Most High's name isn't mentioned in the book of Esther, Mordecai reflected him. What looked like rebellion toward Haman could easily be understood as reverence for the Most High. While Esther is looked as the heroine, Mordecai was intentional to care for and look after the plan of God for the sake of his people. This took great long suffering and careful patience for the grooming of God's plan until its full manifestation. And that's all.
Praise to the Most High. All praise for that presentation. At the end of the day, should know